This is Bailey with Taylor Retail Tale, and just want to talk a little bit about the big corporations laying off the top corporate management and the effect that it'll probably have on the ground floor of working people. You see all these big corporations that are getting rid of their corporate management due to inflation and lower profit margins. Well, you got to think we're coming out of the pandemic where everybody panic bought everything, so you had record-setting numbers of profit, and now the people in these high-ranking positions have to cut back their profit margin, and so the leadership is getting rid of their jobs and quote unquote restructuring. Restructuring is a good term to hide behind. We're firing a bunch of people because we don't want to pay their salaries, so here you go. Now I'm sure there are a lot of people that are being let go that might not necessarily need their job positions at the company, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people long term that have held these positions that have been a benefit to these companies, and now they're just being tossed out, good and bad. How's this going to affect the working floor people? Probably not very significant unless somebody in these corporations have decided to do something radical and maybe not only give an immediate and effective bonus to the people that have worked through the pandemic until now, but they're going to have to really, really work on inspiring people to work hard and do a good job, because the people coming in, the newer generations, compared to the people that have been there, the older generations cannot compete on a productive level. Now people are like, oh, everybody always says the younger generation is lazy or doesn't do as much. It is very visible in a lot of work areas like construction, retail, even business management. I mean, people are just not on top of their game like they used to be. There's a lot of stuff that happens where I work that would not be allowed to happen 10, 15 years ago. I mean, now it's like, you don't get your job done, okay, we'll find somebody else. And no, they would have had you back in the office, would have been coaching you, told you, if you cannot do this, we will help you find something else to do, or you need to look for something else to do somewhere else. And I just really only think that this can happen is if you're going to have key people in key positions in stores and warehouses and all these places everywhere that are just not only going to get paid more, but are going to have to be able to inspire the younger generations and people that they're working with to work harder and to work faster. Now, with that being said, I believe there's too much of, you got key producers doing a lot of work, and you got people that have been there that have maybe been mid-level, and you got the newer people coming in that produce on their own level. They're not being encouraged to produce higher because they know if we don't get our job done, this other group's going to come and finish it, because that's what management's going to do, go down and help them get this done. That is understandable in certain situations because they're new, but after they've been there 3 to 6 months, it's time for them to put light a fire under their ass to get them producing higher. And a lot of people that have been there long term uh, see, organized call-ins or call-outs, where they don't come to work and the whole shift calls in as a way to like show management, hey, we're valuable, you need us. And all that really does is inspire management to find a way to get rid of you, or to infuriate you enough that you decide to quit on your own. And it's a double-edged sword. I've worked long enough in retail to see, management ask if you want to stay and work overtime, but then at the end of the week they have you go home early as a business decision, which in a lot of states is completely illegal. And I guess a lot of people don't realize that, but it is. And it's just, yeah, I've had a situation before where it's around the holidays, and it's like, you need to ask your team if they want to stay, and it's like, okay, I already know the answer, but I'll ask. And it's like, you know everybody says no because previous years before they've asked and they've said, yeah, we'll stay, and then get overtime, and then end of the week they're asked to leave. And it's like, so what's the point of staying over and then leaving? You got to remember to treat your workers well, and if you ask them to stay over, pay them for the overtime. And that's the only way you're going to have the reciprocate loyalty and hard work, is to treat them effectively. I've talked to management about higher wages, and they've been studies done that shows that no matter how much you pay somebody, you can't encourage them to work more. Well, this may be true in certain circumstances, but you got to also inspire your people to work harder and to be loyal and to work harder for you. You know, which in a lot of jobs is very, very rare, because you're seeing the shift in the social structure where the amount of work is not expected out of the new worker, and so you're seeing the older workers start to slowly decline, despite the management being upset about this. There's nothing they can do, because it's like, well, you can hire somebody new, but they're not going to do the production, even with the long-term person that's been there working at half the speed. The newer people are not even coming close to matching it, and it's just a vicious circle and a vicious cycle. But the way things are trending, and I hate to say this because it's probably going to come true, is in 5 to 10 years, I don't see people even going into a store, maybe not even being allowed to go into a store to shop. You'll buy everything off your phone or online, and you'll go to the store, but it'll only be to have them put it in your car. You won't even go in, or you'll go inside and you'll wait at a counter for them to bring your purchases to you. I mean, the old days are coming to an end, where you got to browse and shop in a marketplace and see what you wanted. It's the trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. It's just the victim of technology. I mean, it's just, yes, it helps us out in everyday things and what we do, but it's making things faster and more efficient. But a lot of the old ways are coming to an end. I mean, there's a lot of places that don't even sell meat that don't have a butcher on site anymore. It's all packaged at a factory, and the quality of that's going down. I've seen some steaks cut that were cut completely wrong. They've been sent out in packaging, so it's not just the cutting of the meat that's gone down, is the Q&A. I mean, the quality control and everything. But that's all I got for you today. Like the channel, like the video, subscribe, and if you got any questions, comments, be sure to hit us up. I'll holler at you later.